Hello, St Andrews. Welcome back to Monday morning. My word, what a half term it's been. Today's assembly, we're just going to recap all the things that we've been thinking about over the half term. But before we start, just wanted to say an absolutely massive well done to everybody. Look at all the things we've achieved already this term. We welcomed our foundation phase learners back, of course, and our LRB classes. Also celebrated World Book Day. We had our Eisteddfod, albeit in a little bit of a different way. Very exciting Science Week, where there were lots and lots of things on Twitter of work happening both at home and in school. Our brilliant World Book Day with our potato competitions. And of course, not forgetting Friday's Comic Relief, where it was very exciting virtually and in school. So lots of brilliant dressing up, lots of joke telling at home and in school. Saw some brilliant hairstyles and very interesting hairstyles, I have to say, and lots of people having fun in generals. And most importantly, we managed to raise a considerable amount of money. So a very big thank you to all of those that made a big effort on Friday, and to those of you that donated to our Just Giving page. Brilliant for all, brilliant cause and lots of money raised. Thank you very much. Of course, this last week we welcomed back our Year 6 learners, and they're on tour at Liswery High, but I know they had an excellent week, and it was really lovely to see all those smiley faces getting on and off the bus every day. Welcome back, Year 6. And we're looking forward to welcoming back the rest of our pupils as soon as possible. So look out for information about that in the next couple of days. Okay, moving on to today's assembly. We'll go for phrase of the week first. And a very appropriate phrase for our time of year. Pasc Hapus, meaning Happy Easter, and he is one of our lovely members of Crew Cymraeg, just saying how that should be said properly, listening carefully.
Pasc Hapus.
And one more time.
Pasc Hapus.
Diolch yn fawr. Brilliant work. Okay, moving on. So it is the last Reach Assembly for this half term, and as you know, we have been looking at A is for ambitious. So we've been thinking about, in our Reach curriculum, the letter A. A is for ambitious. And we know that that's part of our curriculum for Wales, as well as being our curriculum at St Andrews, ambitious, capable learners, and that it helps us to be ready to learn throughout our lives. So in week 1, we covered what is ambition. And we talked about how having everybody dreams of being someone important or special, or of achieving something in their lives or in their daily goals. And we had to think about what your ambitions and dreams were. Thinking about also thinking about what you want to be when you grow up. And we talked about how we need to take small steps sometimes to reach those big ambitions, and think about skills that we might need to reach those steps, and skills that we might need to build up within those steps to reach our final goals or our final ambitions. I'm going to skip past week 2 a minute because I'm going to go back to that at the end. In week 3, we talked about those smaller goals, and we talked about how to set a goal day to day. And how setting goals and achieving small goals daily can help us to feel good about ourselves. It's good for our well-being because we feel successful. And we also talked about sometimes goals being harder than others, and that's okay. And we've talked about thinking about using our perseverance and stickability and keeping up our efforts. And that's what we've been seeing St Andrews in the last few weeks, is everybody persevering and sticking to it, particularly those of you that are still at home. Your stickability has been particularly amazing, and all the efforts that you're putting in, even though you're not seeing us face to face, has been really, really great. And those of you coming back to school and having to take on the challenge of being in a new place and being here on time for the bus, which is not always easy. And for those of you that having been at home for quite a while, have come back this term, and you've been just the goal of coming to school and being here and being on time every day has been achieved really well. So just give yourselves a pat on the back for that. Thinking about goals, what is your goal today, tomorrow, next week, next year? What is your goal when you're older? You can have lots of different goals at lots of different times. Week 4 then, last week, we started to think about the word stereotyping and the fact that sometimes when we think of something, we have a set idea or a picture that pops into our head when we're asked to think about something in particular. And we thought about the fact that stereotyping is when we think that everybody belongs to a specific group, is the same. For example, all professional footballers are men, or all makeup artists are women. Girls don't like to play in the mud. All these things are stereotypical. They're stereotype ideas, and they're not true. Okay, they're not true. Professional footballers can be men and women. Makeup artists can be men and women. Girls, I used to like playing in the mud when I was younger. I think I've said that before. Anybody could like playing in the mud. Anybody could not like playing in the mud. Okay, and not necessarily young people are always models, older people can be too. And it's just thinking about all those things that lots of people can do. You don't have to be a certain type of person to do them. And that's about you, St Andrews, when you're setting your goals and ambitions, thinking about you can do it, even though you maybe think that's just a job for a boy or just a job for a girl. It's not. You can do it no matter who you are, okay, or what your background is. So remember, I'm just going to skip that one. I'm going to go back to week 2 now, because the reason I'm going back to week 2 was week 2 was when we talked about the crown. It was the crowning of the Bath Assembly. And that for me was just a highlight of one individual pupil that's shown ambition through writing in our school, and what you can achieve if you show ambition. And that really showed us, St Andrews, what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. But it wasn't just about that one person. It was about that one person being the symbol for the rest of the pupils at St Andrew. There you all are, lots and lots of stars at St Andrews, every day achieving goals and ambitions. And I just wanted to say how proud myself and all the teachers here are of you at St Andrews, and of all the things that you are achieving to date. So my main message through Ambitious Learners is that you all do carry on reaching for the stars and set yourself high goals. Okay, don't stop until you get there. Keep persevering and believe that you can go lots of places with perseverance, and the world is your oyster, as we say. Okay, I just want to have a little bit of reflection time now, and thinking about ambitious learning. Think about ambitious learners can be anything they want to be when they grow up, if they have the right skills to do the job. Think about how the skills that you're given every day by your teachers in the classroom, and things that you learn from your parents at home, and things that you might learn from your coach when you're able to go back to football training or outside of school activities. All those skills you're learning that can help you be whatever you want to be when you grow up. Just reflect on what it is you want to learn and what you want to be. Okay, gwyddion. Diolch I ti am ei byd. Diolch am ein ffrindiau I gyd. Amen. So that's all from me for now, St Andrews. I am going to leave you with a little video clip just for you to reflect on and think about. I just want to say, have a very safe and happy Easter holidays. And we'll really look forward to welcoming you all back and seeing you all after the Easter holidays. And until then, I'm sure I'll see some of you around this week and look forward to speaking to you and seeing the rest of the work for the rest of the week. Okay, St Andrews, that's all from me now. Diolch chi.
You can do it. What would you really like to do? Would you like to climb mountains or rocket to a star? Would you like to care for lost dogs or cats? Would you like to play a musical instrument? Would you like to dance, sing, or draw? Would you like to be a great ball player? Would you like to write wonderful stories? Would you like to be an actor, doctor, teacher, or a nurse? You can do it. Would you like to produce great work in school? Would you like to make people laugh? Would you like to have very special friends? Would you like to be strong, jump high, and run fast? You can do it. It may not always be easy, and it may not happen as quickly as you want, but you can find a way as long as you truly want to.